Alright, today I've got the VicSeed Easy Clip car mount, which is promised to help make our life easier. And I'm going to go ahead and get this out in the car, do a review of it, share what I like and what can maybe be improved with it. So stick with me, let's drive.
Let's ride.
Alright, so one of the things that I find challenging about the Tesla and our Buick Enclave are that there really aren't a lot of great places to stick your phone. In the Tesla, you've got the wireless charging pad, which is a good place to have your phone sitting when you're not using it and charging, but it's very hard to see it there and you can't use your phone for navigation or media or anything else like that in a safe way while you're driving. In the Buick, there's really not any place at all to put it. I've ended up just sticking my phone in the cup holder all of the time, and that's pretty much required because in order to have it plugged into the USB-C, in order to have it plugged into the USB connection that is required for CarPlay, there's really nowhere else in the car that I can actually go. So I'm excited to try out this phone mount system that is universal and should work in any car from VicSeed today. And I think it's quite cool. It's got actually two different options. So we have this suction cup mount, which has adhesive on it that we can just stick directly onto the dashboard, or we could use a suction cup and stick it onto a flat surface in the car. And it's adjustable in all kinds of different degrees here, so we should be able to stick it exactly how we want in both cars. And then this one, which is a air vent mount, which is going to go right into the air vent, and then it's got sort of this tightening screw on here, which opens it up almost like one of those anchors that you use to stick stuff in the wall. So it should stay in there nice and securely. And the great thing is it's going to give us a lot of different options to mount our phone. Now, one of the other things that I really like about VicSeed is that they offer a whole bunch of different car mount accessories, including this one, which is a MagSafe compatible magnet mount. So it doesn't do the charging, but holds on quite firmly as a magnet to your phone. And since their stuff uses kind of the same mounting system, I can actually just stick this one straight on here too. And now I've got a nice magnetic mount option that I can use with my iPhone 13 Pro. That'll work with any iPhone that has a MagSafe system. And you can also use this with Android too, or any other phone. You just need the little magnetic ring that it comes with that you can stick in the back of your case. But since it's a native implementation on here, I can just put it straight in. Or I can also just use the mount that it comes with, which is a nice little clamp mount, which you just stick it right in. Clamps in securely, you hear it click, and then it's super firm in there, and you just push this button for kind of quick release. Alright, so let's go try this out in the car. Alright, we're here in the car now, and we're going to get this phone mount set all up. So we've got a bunch of different options here. Now, unfortunately in the Tesla, since we don't have traditional air vents, the air vent mount here is not going to fit in here. Try that, but it doesn't really stay in there. I'm going to try that in the other car. But what we do have is this mount, which has a sticky suction cup, which can mount either to a flat surface like the glass here, or you have this little disc here that has a 3M mounting thing on it. So we could use that to just stick it on the dashboard here if we wanted. But for now, we are just going to stick it right here. Sticks on, and push that in to lock it in. And now, we're just going to get our phone in here. So, nice, simple, one-handed operation. There, click it in, nice and secure. And now we're going to go for a little drive to the new brewery that just opened here and hit some potholes here in New Jersey and see how it holds up. Alright, so I do like all of the different adjustment points on here. So you can adjust this up and down here with this part, and that screws in. You can adjust here, and then you even have this part which goes in and out, so you can adjust how far out you actually want it. Now, I also like that this is not a permanent mount, so we can take this on and off and move it around the car and not be stuck with it in a single place like some of the other mounts require. And one other nice thing here is we've got our USB charger lightning cable to my plugged right into our center console, and super easy to get that in here and get our phone charging while we're using this too. I don't think I've ever seen an GV60 like actually out on the road before. Oh, funky look. I don't know where this is going. Figure something out. So I inquired about a deposit on a GV60 at one point, because New Jersey was one of like 3 states that could actually get them, and they responded like super fast and wanted me to come in and like sign stuff, and I obviously wasn't ready.
I like that car, to be honest.
It's very nice.
Nicer,
have you seen one?
Like
inside?
it's cooler looking.
It's very luxury, yeah. The seats are like super nice, like Napa leather.
The Genesis brand is nice.
One day we have to go to the Genesis house in Manhattan. It's a showroom and like fancy Korean food restaurant.
Okay.
All right, I've got to say, I really like this quick release function. So we're clipped in here super securely, and we just tap this button, boom, out and done. That's amazing. All right, time for our G-force test.
Oh, God! Jesus.
Oh, it worked.
That way.
What are that?
That way.
All right, next up, we're going to give this a shot in our Buick Enclave, our big family SUV that we tend to take most of the time for our full family road trips. All right, so this is quite easy to switch to the other mount. Just unscrew this ring here, and then we'll release it, and then... Okay, so it's quite easy to then put the new one in. You just push it on in and then tighten this, which will hold it onto the mount. And now we've got this one, which is a kind of spring-loaded air vent one. So we can simply stick it right in here into the air vent, and this will go in there. And now we just, on the back here, I'm going to twist this little tightening mechanism here. And that is going to hold it in there for us. Alright, so we've got it stuck into the vent over here, and still super easy to get it in there. And just clip it in. Now we're nice and secure. So let's go drive. Alright, now we've got nice easy access to our phone here, and not even bouncing around at all while we're going over these bouncy New Jersey roads here in the rain. Alright, so that's quite good. Perfect. Alright, so one thing I really like about this is that it gives me access to the USB cable here that I can plug in, which has to go here in the car. And now I can use my CarPlay here. So I think this is quite a nice solution. Viewers of this channel will know that I often complain about how the Tesla does not have CarPlay. And it's actually one of the things that I really like about our Buick here, and part of the reason that we end up taking it sometimes on the bigger road trips, just have access to Apple Maps or our Waze, have our podcasts and Audible and stuff like that on here, which you can't do in the Tesla. So I think that this mount is perfect for being able to do that. So I could also just use the windshield mount in here, of course, too, but I like this air vent one. It actually kind of fits perfectly here. It keeps the phone like right in my sight while I'm driving, and gives easy access here to the cables so that we can plug in for CarPlay. Alright, well, if you are interested in getting your own from VicSeed, you can visit VicSeed's website. Make sure to use my code to save, and I'll have all of those details and the links and code in the description below. With that, thank you so much for watching. If you could, please do like and subscribe. Most of the viewers to this channel I've seen are not actually subscribed, so make sure to do that so you don't miss anything. With that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you out there on the road.